Welcome back to my Let's Play of Warhammer 40k Rogue Trader. In the last episode, we have discovered that the ruling Rogue Trader, Theodora von Valencias, has been murdered. We do not know by whom, save that something dark and demonic took place there. Our current suspect is Kunrad Voigtvier, her previous heir and spy master, who have apparently become a heretic corrupted by the war. Now it is up to us, Conrad, and the other surviving heir, Abelard, who is a psyker, to reach the ship's breach, stop Conrad's sorcerer's ritual, and generally save everyone. So let's go. What ship breach? How are things looking here? Oh, some people are still alive, so I guess pretty alright. Well then, what do we have? Goods. More cargo that we're stealing from our own ship. Low warp check. The horrific vision is a product of the warp energies that permeate the breach. What? What do you mean horrific vision? This hologram? What? What? Okay. I will just trust you on this one. Hello, Edelhard. And hello, Kunrad. Doing your sacrifices, eh? That is not the kind of lifestyle I would lead in this playthrough. Edelhard looks somewhat harrowed, but is still in one piece. He glances at you, then over your shoulder, clearly aloud. Conrad, you're here. But where is the Lord Captain? Theodora von Valencias is dead. I found her and the Archmeridian in her study. Or the Lord Captain will not be joining us. Theodora is dead. Edelhard's eyes widen. God Emperor preserve us, the Rogue Trader is dead. The ship has lost her Lord Captain, and the house is its head. Edelhard shudders and grabs his shoulder. As you watch, the sleeve of his doublet bursts open, and two bone growths pierce through the fabric. No matter what ritual Kunrad is performing there, the warp is too strong. I can't withstand it. I feel my body changing with every second, as the warp rings in the air. This is the end. We will perish in the warp, along with the warrant and all of the dynasty's heirs. The enemy of humanity is victorious. Edelhard, come on, I'm here. I will save the day, and God Emperor is on my side. Idira looks anxiously at Edelhard. Then she glances back at you. I've seen it before. We'd better get away from him. Changes are already accelerating. I forbid you the very thought of yielding. Only by resigning to your fate will you truly suffer defeat. The ship can still be steered out of the warp, but we must first restore communication between the breach and the navigator's sector. Perhaps the warp does not have to be the end. I forbid you the very thought of yielding. Words worthy of a righteous soul. Save the lofty words for later, will you? The navigator's ready to take the ship out of the warp if he gets some help from the breach. Edelhard stares at you, and his eyes harden with cold resolve once more. Then we have no right to bow our heads. And meanwhile, Kunrad is just completing his sacrifice. You can see Kunrad Voigtvier clearly in the gloom of the breach. He is holding the now familiar broken blade, stained with dark drops that seem to have pearlescent glimmer to them. We're out of time. Edelhard bites his knuckle, desperately thinking. You can see how a wave runs through the whites of Edelhard's eyes. They begin to fill with a sickly yellowness. Draw your weapon. Voigtvier, you duplicious cur. The Rogue Trader's death will be avenged. Edelhard. That complicates things. To the party. Ready your weapons. If we are to die this day, let us die with honor. Voigtvier, you duplicious cur. The Rogue Trader's death will be avenged. What? Theodora is dead? Voigtvier stares at you in seemingly genuine bewilderment. No, that can't be. Not now. I still haven't. Edelhard lowers his head. Then he sighs and locks eyes with you, his gaze cold, haughty, and fanatical. The ritual will not be completed. I'll take care of that. And you, See to it that the void ship breaks free from the warp. Watch over our realm, and farewell. Adultheart, you are much better than your first impression was. Adult, don't! What a lad. Okay. The look on my face. Uh-oh. That doesn't look like it, well, maybe that's, whatever Kunrad was doing was worse. So, we have here a Chaos Abomination, I guess. Edelhard's reckless bravery cost him his life. He died trying to disrupt Kunrad's ritual. Put the creature the Psyche has turned into out of its misery. Okay, Chaos Spawn. That's what that. Chaos Spawn, 2 Heretic Cutthroats. 4 Heretic Cutthroats. 4! Ho ho ho! 5 actually. Right. Can they flank us from this side? Doesn't look like it. And we still, well, maybe the breach officers will be of help. But maybe not. Right. Abelard, you need to be out front. And where do you need to be? I think here. Ideally, I would like to charge these two. I also want to be out front because I want to walk close to the Chaos Spawn and chant the war hymn. Next in the back, Idira. Where do I put you guys? Is this a good place? It is well protected, but I'm not sure if she will be able to use her powers from here. But let's hope so. And Sister Argenta. Sister Argenta will be here, I think. Well, let's try this. Okay, Sister Argenta. There is your military excellence. You also have a war hymn. If I shoot, I can hit... well, I can hit everyone, including Abelard, which is not so good. What was the talent that I took for you on the last level up? It is athletics. Okay, military excellence is your special. I took unpredictable. You have... Okay, I actually want you to be in cover. Damn. That sucks. Right. Sister Argenta, please move. He has a gun, right? Yes. He has a gun, so I would like to shoot like this, and then use run and gun, reposition, and shoot at this side. Well, let's see. Yes, I will be able to do a single shot afterwards. Okay, this should work. Oh, come on. No. God damn it. Fuck. Alright. Clearly that is... well... fine. Is there like a turn back? No? Damn it. Fine. Then... chant a war hymn, I guess. Okay, Chaos Spawn is apparently taking attacks of opportunity when you do that. Fine, let's do a shot on the run. Reposition. Yeah. What? What just happened? Okay. I'm knocked over. This is all very unpleasant. I'm not sure why Argenta's turn has just suddenly ended. Right. Idira. To use the unique abilities called Heroic Act and Desperate Measure, momentum is required. Depending on the actions of your party in combat, momentum bar will fill or deplete. A high momentum value allows the character to use the Heroic Act ability. A low value grants access to Desperate Measures. Both abilities can completely change the course of battle, but every party member can use only one of them and only once in combat. Okay, you have dismantling attack. You inflict one clue on every enemy and take attack on... you know what? Yes, actually that sounds like something that would be very good to use. Is this bad terrain? No, it doesn't look like it. In that case, I am going to use a dismantling attack on the... Okay, I guess you cannot do a dismantling attack on the chaos spawn. Why not? Is it a melee thing? Okay, it is a melee thing. Fine, then let us approach the... You cannot approach the chaos spawn. I see. Then I guess I will have to do the lightning thing. And to do... Okay, this is a desperate measure. I'm not sure what the difference is. Let's use your... Let's use it all... Well... Yeah, I'm going to study enemies first.
Anything else?
And... Okay, and use a chain lightning on this guy. Unfortunately, it did not chain to anyone. I guess he was too far. That sucks. This fight might be a wash, actually. Which is rather unfortunate. Oh well. It's good if there are difficult boss fights. This is what makes games fun. Now. Oh, I just do not get a turn. Phenomenal. Absolutely not, because this guy is going to survive. There is a lot of heretic cutthroats here. Where can I charge? I cannot charge this guy, I think. Right? Strikes the target. Okay, you have to interrupt the path. So, no. I think I'm going to do Graceful Impact, which gets me an attack of opportunity, of course. Phenomenal. And go... Let's move here. Do I move here, or do I go for this side? No, I go for take out this guy. Let's take the ads out before dealing with the big boss. And take him out. Okay. Can we charge right back to the chaos spawn? Yes. Yes, we can. That is very good. Now, Sister Argenta. I kind of sort of need you to disengage. Would you please? Actually, something to find out. Do you get one attack of opportunity per turn, or do you get... Okay, there is also a guy here. God damn it, so many of them. Okay, so you get an attack of opportunity for every time that someone passes. Okay, I can take shots here, or take shots here. I think I will go for this one. Okay, excellent. Argenta, good job. You are by far the most valuable party member so here. We can take more attacks with this one. I actually would not mind that. What is your weapon's rate of fire? Your rate of fire is 4. So 4 attacks. That is rather respectable. I am going to go for shot on the run first to take out the guy next to me. And then... yeah, I will move here. This is 91, this is 90... Yeah, this is all respectable shots. Let's clear this flank. And let's do military excellence. This cutthroat. Great. And now we are unloading in the chaos spawn, because I don't think there are any more heretics. Okay. Please do not shoot me. I... Oh, come on. Oh, come on. Sister, why do you have to be like this? Well, I think if I go here... Oh, this is not me, this is Abelard, but still.
Faith without deeds is worthless.
Yes, okay. Now she's not going to shoot anyone.
Emperor. As the Emperor commands, I act.
Fantastic. Despite the early issue, I think this has been a good turn for us. Oh, and also, unfortunately, I will not be able to shoot in melee. Right. Idira. Study enemies, then inflict expose weakness. Okay. Expose weakness.
Was it you?
Yes. Fantastic. And do a foreshadowing. This gives dodge and parry bonus. You know what? I think I need it the most.
But of course.
Also, I don't like how this veil thickness is climbing up. Now, me. Yes, 2 clues. I could, well... remind me, what features do I have for the Warhim? I have Litany of Purification. I don't really care about... Yeah, I do not need to be adjacent because giving 2 stacks of Disturbed to the demon is kind of whatever. Yes, let's use... well, actually, let me think. In what order do I do things? I think, if I shoot it, it is 80%. If I use a Warhim, I can use tactical knowledge afterward, which I think is pretty good, because it would give 4% armor to allies. Alternatively, I can give even more clues to this bastard, which also sounds pretty alright. Let's go for the Warhim. Did it take any damage? No, I don't think it did. So that seems like a bug. It was supposed to take damage. I assume this is a demon, right? Is it a demon? No. Okay, I see. It's not a demon. That is unfortunate. That is really unfortunate. Damn. Fine. In that case, I am going to also apply study enemies. Let's just load this bastard with clues. Okay. And this is it for my turn. Although I should probably just retreat from the chaos spawn, since being close to it doesn't do anything for me anyway. Now, Abelard. Please take a position between me and the chaos spawn and hit it, I guess. Yeah, there is nothing else for you to really do. Okay, maybe this thing. Yeah, this is actually... This would have been pretty alright, but you could not do it because... Okay, I think because Argenta did her thing, I see. So we only get 1 heroic act. No, wait, that doesn't make sense. Idira also did a heroic act. Okay, not sure why you cannot do it.
I'm not interested.
No, just not allowed. Now, Sister Argenta. I would actually like you to shoot the Chaos Spawn a lot. If I do Burst Fire... yes, I think I want to do Burst Fire because I think that is more shots. So, let's go. It's 0 on my allies, which is great.
I'll do it.
Yeah. Yeah. That was very good. Agenda, excellent job. You are my favorite party member by far. And not just because you are an awesome battle dog. Now, Idira. I definitely want to expose weakness. That is good. After that, I probably want to do a Psychic Shriek, or maybe study enemies. Expose weakness. And Psychic Shriek would do 1 to 8 damage, plus your willpower is 5, so 1 to 8 plus 5. And the Chaos Spawn has 22 out of 120 wounds. Or I can do more study enemies, more clues, and then Mr. Conrad here will be able to apply more armor to us. Well, let's go for this. I think this is thematic for us. Move up and hit? Yeah, why not? Actually, no, not from this side. From this side, Sister Argenta is shooting. Hit it. Yeah. Okay, now me. Yeah, I'm not sure why Abelet couldn't do his heroic act. Maybe because it counted as attack and I should have done it first. Right. We are going to do study enemies into tactical knowledge into a shot. Right? No, we're going to do study enemies into a shot, then into tactical knowledge. Well, this does damage. This is perception bonus plus insight damage. I have no insight. In that case, we go like this. Then we do tactical knowledge, which I think should give remove all clue stats from the enemy. You did not do that. You clearly did not do that. Is tactical knowledge just bugged? That is possible. And I have no way of seeing my current adjusted stats. Oh well. Then let's just shoot the bastard. Hell yeah. Great success. Well. Let us save. And proceed. No one has any wounds. I would say we did very well. We have a mysterious sword shard, gloves of endurance. Whenever the wearer of these gloves gets an injury or falls unconscious in combat, their allies gain +1 bonus to damage. Pretty nice. And mysterious sword handguard, a Wraithborn handguard of a sword crafted by Eldari weapon safes. Its pommel is adorned with an uncanny eye that exudes an aroma of corruption. Mysterious. Since Abelet is going to be on the front lines, I think he should have gloves of endurance. And we cannot do anything. Yes, this is just a sword shard. I cannot loot the bodies. I think this overseer thing is the only one interactable here. So let's go for that. Oh, it's just a body of someone. I see. Okay. Anything else here?
I'll lay claim to the stars.
Rejoice. The Emperor protects. The Emperor does indeed protect. And we are his avenging angels.
Victory away.
Poor Abelet. He went out like a boss. Okay, there is the Master Helms. Let me save. And there is a Dying Breach Technomat. But we cannot reach that. So, Master Helmsman, what is your excuse? Bravo, Master Helmsman. System status report. By the Emperor, it's the Seneschal, living and breathing. The white-haired man with sickly pale skin salutes you. Well, there's the tricky question. The whole place is so overgrown with foul wickedry. We'll be scrubbing it off vid screens for throne knows how long. How did you people survive in here? Or, we need to re-establish contact with the navigated sector. It is our only chance of escaping from the war. How did you people survive in here? The man glances around the bridge. Must have been Providence. It better have been the Empress, not someone else's. When they barged in here, the ones with the Master of Whispers, some officers charged them, but it wasn't even a fight. I grabbed whoever I could and dragged them behind the cogitators. Then I prayed for our rescue. We need to re-establish contact with the navigator sector. Your words seem to knock the officers out of their stupor, and the air around you fills with voice and commands being issued. You hear someone sobbing, one of the survivors buckling under stress. Abelard cuffs the crying officer without even looking. Restore the Vox channel to the navigator sector. Ready the crew. Prepare the translation to real space. Abelard pauses for a few seconds before turning to you. Conrad, you may call me superstitious, but translation is not a good time to disregard rules. You are the only one who speaks for House von Valencias. You may not be Lord Captain, but you, more than anyone else, deserve to take her place in the ritual that is about to commence. He directs your attention upward, to the throne that sits at the apex of the tall staircase. What must I do, or I am ready? What must I do? Take Lord Captain's seat. Order the final preparations. Wait for the officers to report. Blast still to the void. Translation is a craft, not something that to be explained in a tick. Just go up to the throne, Master Conrad. These people are about to do the impossible. The least they deserve is the solace of seeing a figure sitting in the usual spot. Please hurry. Every second we waste is a terrible risk. I am ready. Begin the ritual. And as a member of the ecclesiarchy, it is only fair for me to oversee the rituals of shedding the warp. Okay, and suddenly there is a fate changer. Edge of daybreak. A vision of unimaginable violence appears before your eyes. The flickering image shifts and wavers as if the azure-feathered creature is constantly changing while still remaining the same. One of its eyes is engulfed in otherworldly fire. The other, a vessel of ancient evil, pours into you. Its voice seems to seep directly into your brain without ever reaching your ears. Mortal, who are you to oppose the very flows of fate? The creature bends its neck, studying. For but a moment, you feel as if it is wary of you. It matters not. Your footfalls are an echo of the sand pouring between the scales. Your hopes and faith are my mockery. I have already resisted the temptation of the warp once. Whatever you are, you will not cloud my mind with a new illusion. Be gone, Phantom, or what do you want with me? Well, I am quite happy that Zinch appears to be a major antagonist. I am really looking forward to my Chaos playthrough. Hereticus. I have already resisted the temptation of the warp once. You will not cloud my mind. The creature hisses almost painfully, as if wounded by your words. Resisting the inevitable means only that realization and submission will bring greater torment. There is no power that can hinder the flows of fate. The demon peers into you. Your head begins to spin, your stomach turns, and viscous drops slither down your cheeks. This shard of reality drifting through my domain is merely the arena for the one who dared to vie for the favor of the gods. The aspirant vowed to return with a trophy, to procure that which elevates a mortal above others, a relic that could serve the edge of daybreak. That fate was assured and the steps chosen. And yet, you broke the unbreakable. The aspirant was defeated and thus gave birth to a new aspirant. Your image is woven into the tapestry of things to come. I see you on the day when the final dawn rises over the metal world, when the gates of the realm of the sorcerer open and set the truth free. I see you at my side on the day I rise again. I am the wheel of the Wither of Destinies, and today I will weave a new thread for elusive possibilities and fickle chances. The thread that will lead you out of the war of irreversibility. The thread that will guide you and the weapon of our return. The demon reaches toward you and sinks a ghostly claw into your chest. A terrible cold binds your body, and a cavalcade of hazy glimpses of a future yet unknown passes before your eyes. Flash of crimson, Purple. The images replace one another in a violent kaleidoscope, without ever letting you get a proper look at them. The path is set, child of dawn. The thread is woven. Follow it, servant of mine. This is all getting mighty heretical. Let's not have benefits from demons. But I guess we have no choice in this situation. Revo turns around and looks up at you. He hesitates for a few moments, then addresses Avalon, who is standing next to you. Seneschal, the navigator's sanctum is silent. The Vox signal is stable, which means... Avalon nods absent-mindedly. The navigator gave his life battling the storm that nearly claimed the Von Valencia's flagship. We'll honor his memory along with that of all who died this day. Revo doesn't look away. He is giving you a hard stare, his white brows furrowed. Seneschal, will you tell us now? Who is that? Where is the Lord Captain? It takes time for Abelard to respond. You watch as he grits his teeth, unable to bring himself to say anything. Finally, he adjusts his blood-stained coat, straightens, and begins to speak. First Officer Abelard Versarian is authorized to inform the officers. It is my greatest regret and indelible sorrow to inform you of the untimely passing of Lord Captain Theodora von Valencius, rogue trader in the service of Imperium. May her memory never fade from the annals of the dynasty. After waiting out the first wave of shocked cries, Abelard glances at you and continues. By right of blood succession, and with the absence of other kin who could challenge this decision, we can say nothing or scream, "No, Abelard, stop, I refuse." Like that. It is hereby declared that the successor to Theodora von Valencius is Conrad von Valencia, the rightful inheritor of the warrant of trade and the title of rogue trader. The official ascension ceremony will be held at a later time. In the interim, Abelard stops and glares fiercely at the confused officers. Have you lost your tongues? Hail you, Lord! It is because of his toils that we are all still alive. The Seneschal turns to you. He looks at least half a decade older. The deed is done, Conrad. My apologies. I meant to say Lord Captain. Well, a sudden field promotion. Too bad we didn't get to see any of Theodora. She had like one conversation with us. It would have been nice to go through an actual competition process with maybe Abelard. But this definitely made for a faster paced beginning. And I think this might be where the alpha started? Maybe, I'm not sure. I barely played any of the alpha. Deep shadows of weariness can be seen on Abelard's face. Though the old officer's eyes are keen, they rake over you from head to toe. He frowns, mutters something, then nods to himself. Well then, your lordship. You had us worried for a few hours there. Abelard offers a thin smile. But after witnessing you fearlessly rush into the fray on deck, the only thing that surprises me is how long you stayed on your feet. Your strength only left you once the fighting was all over. Such fortitude is most admirable in a Lord Captain. The medics only just saved you in time. Luckily, one of the healers remembered the existence of a long-forgotten augment station, storage. The blessings of the Omnisire saved your life. Some of your internal organs had to be replaced with implants. The good news is that now we have the capabilities to install augmentations of any complexity. The Seneschal then mutters to himself. I swear, sometimes it seems new compartments spring up on the ship of their own volition. Okay, so I guess this is our explanation for how we will be getting prosthetics and other augmentations. You must now hold your first officer's briefing in your new role as Lord Captain. For many of those who are about to join us on the bridge, this will also be their first briefing. We sustained massive losses among the senior and middle-ranking officers. Some posts have had to be filled by deputies, while others go unfilled completely. And now the deck clans are deciding who will take over their leaderless crews. How did we come to lose so many officers? What is on the agenda for this meeting? Wait, Abelard, there is altogether more pressing problem. I do not wish to be the rogue trader. No, I absolutely do wish to be a rogue trader. And I'm ready to start the briefing. Well, Yes, Prologue was quite interesting, I would say. It was fast-paced, it was exciting, we had mysteries set up. I think my only complaint about it would be that it feels a bit too much like Wrath of the Righteous. Like, we have been put as a very, very special person. That we had some demon inside us, we had this blessing from Age of Daybreak, just altogether a bit too much. But we will see. How did we come to lose so many officers? It appears the heretics were deliberately targeting the vessel's command. They knew exactly whom they were looking for, and where they could be found. Which is unsurprising, given their informant on board was our own Master of Whispers, Abelard Grimaces. What is on the agenda for this meeting? Reports on the condition of the ship and crew. The Lord Captain is not usually drawn away from her important affairs to attend such routine briefings. But this is a unique situation. I'm still receiving updates from across the ship, and they are not encouraging. Getting this bird to fly would take a gargantuan effort, even so far as you personally negotiating with the authorities of the system we are currently in. So prepare to hear a bevy of complaints and excuses, Your Lordship. Take this opportunity to get a good look at the officers who work 6 decks away from the bridge, and they in turn will have the honor of beholding the visage of their Lord Captain. I am ready to start the briefing. Summon the officers. With a gesture, Abelard relays the order to the adjutants at the far end of the magnificent chamber. A dozen pairs of eyes bore into you, their expressions revealing restraint, joy, curiosity, and wariness. Okay, so who do we have here? This is the Navy staff. We have seen this uniform from both Abelard, from character creation, and from all the guys here. So I guess this is a representative of the helmsman. This looks like a space suit, so maybe this is either like a fighter pilot or could actually be a miner, or maybe even like a shuttle pilot. Well, this is obviously the tech priest, and I love tech priests, and I want one on the team as soon as possible. Please give me a tech priest. This is someone fancy looking, so maybe some kind of bureaucrat or minor noble under us. And these two look like they are maybe in the fighting section, like Space Marines. Not Warhammer Space Marines, like regular Space Marines. But, yeah. Attention, officers. You have been granted an honor. Captain Conrad von Valencius will personally conduct today's briefing. Our most gracious Lord Captain is ready to hear your reports. Perhaps you would introduce those present, Abelard? Yawn. Haven't the time to be listening to every last officer on this hulking rig. Abelard, give me a princess. What are the major problems and what needs to be done? Yeah, let's not be a douche on our very first team meeting. Introduce them. As you wish, Your Lordship. Abelard points to a tall, slender woman, whose body seems to contain as many implants as it does flesh. Vigdis Surri Otta of the Toliman line, our new Vox Master. Okay, so I think it would be this person? That's my guess. Maybe. Yes, it is. Vox Master Vigdis Surri Otta. And she even has a portrait. How cool. It is an honor to serve, Your Lordship. The Vox Master offers a deep bow. Aboard this vessel, you have at your command thousands of crew members and hundreds of officers and section chiefs. I am responsible for receiving, processing, and sending all communications between you and them, as well as external sources. I am your eyes and mouth, Lord Captain. Beside her is Ravo, the Master Helmsman. He steers our ship along the course set by Lord Captain and monitors the void around us, to ensure that we do not stray into an asteroid field or pirate trap. Okay. You look remarkably beardless in your model. Yes, you do not look a whole lot like your portrait. The bearded man with pale, almost transparent skin. Yeah, this is also missing. Oh well, maybe they will fix it after the beta, but that is a minor thing, it doesn't really matter. The bearded man with pale, almost transparent skin, large dark circles under his eyes, and a dour expression that seems hardwired into his face gives a sullen nod. "Hail, Lord Captain. This here ship is this here ship's as good as home to me. So rest assured, she's in safe hands. I'll die before I let her come to any grief." And lastly, our high factotum, Gianris Dunrock, who oversees supplies, procurement, and the general material well-being of the ship. Okay, yes, like I guessed, you are a bureaucrat. Dressed in an embroidered jacket, the heavy-set man with oiled hair offers an obsequious smile and bows. "It is an honor, your lordship. You may trust me with all matters concerning your comfort. Everything will be done to the highest standard." In the second row, we have the 3 officers charged with overseeing the ship's vital functions. The Master of Ordnance is responsible for the artillery aboard. The Infernus Master, whose crew work to prevent and extinguish fires on the ship. Okay, so this is the Infernus Master, this is the artillery, this is the Master of Ordnance, and this is the Engine Master. The 3 officers salute you. The Infernus Master does so with confidence, while the Master of Ordnance betrays nervousness. The Engine Master offers a salute resembling a dance, involving the complicated manipulation of all the tech priests' mechadendrites. Is that everyone? Unfortunately, our choir master, the esteemed Zachary Weiss, head of the Astropath section, is unable to join us. He is in charge of communications with distant star systems. Master Weiss has been in a trance for some time now, attempting to contact other planets in the Von Valencia's protectorate and inform them of Lady Theodora's passing and Kunrat Voigtvia's treachery. I will deliver a report to your lordship on the Astropath's progress as soon as it is possible to do so. Astropath. A powerful sanctioned psyker who can send and receive messages through space using their telepathic abilities. All others present are adjutants, secretaries, and deputies. They are here to make a record of proceedings. Okay. Right. Well, let's go in order. I wish to hear the Infernus Master's report. Yes, Lord Captain. The tall young man bows his head in deference. I can report that all fires across all decks have now been extinguished. The preliminary damage assessment, in terms of material losses and crew casualties, have been completed. The results have been submitted to the Seneschal and the High Factotum. The post passed to him after the previous Infernus Master and his next 3 deputies expired in the line of duty. Abelard remarks in a low voice pitched for your ears only. The lad is managing well so far. He can take the heat, so to speak. Ho ho, how very funny. High Factotum, what have you to report? We are toiling day and night to compile a full account of the losses. The task will require next to no involvement from your lordship. We'll personally ensure that all damaged components are given into the tech priest's hands for attention, and that all lost supplies are replaced. There is only one resource that I cannot replenish single-handedly, and that is people. We have lost more than 2,000 crew members, and unfortunately, this number is confined to this. Okay. What? This is weird. And unfortunately, this number is confined to the scum from the lower decks, which are easily replaced, but also includes trained professionals. Continue. We will be able to make up our losses on the nearest planet, Rykad Minoris. However, the planet, the whole system in fact, belongs to the Winterscale Rock Trader dynasty. We cannot simply begin recruiting on the planet without first coming to an understanding with the governor. In that respect, I am powerless. Negotiations at this level are a matter for the Rogue Trader. Especially true given Caligos Winterscale's penchant for attacking first and asking questions later, and the kind of thick-skulled thugs he usually installs as governors on his planets. Rumbles Abelard, frowning. Engine Master, I will hear from you. Zira Talar. A voice distorted by a Vox retranslator emerges from under Tech Priest's scarlet hood. Lord Captain, the foes that set upon this noble void ship destroyed the repositories of hundreds of machine spirits. The great warp engine entrusted into my charge is unharmed, thank the Omnisire, but its spirit mourns its dead brethren. We have not yet identified a prayer protocol capable of assuaging its sorrow and anger. Machine spirit. a spirit believed by the adherents of the cult Mechanicus to inhabit and control any technology in existence. And warp engine is just linked to warp. The tech priests and the cult Mechanicus are a really fun bunch who are religious scientists and engineers, and there is a heavy mix of magic, faith, and and scientific approach to technology. I like them. They're probably my favorite faction in the set. With great sorrow, I must also report that the chief engineer, overseer, and spiritual authority of all tech priests on board fell in battle. The Magos was betrayed by the little detestable flesh that remained part of him. A most terrible loss. There is no one among my comrades aboard whose experience and comprehension of the sacred protocols equals to that of the fallen Magos. We require a replacement as soon as possible. What? What do you mean translate the esteemed engine master's words? I understand perfectly. But fine, let's ask. Would someone care to translate the esteemed engine master's words? The ship's most senior tech priest, most senior both in rank and in experience, is dead. If we do not find a replacement, we'll be unable to resolve the problems with the warp engine, answers the Vox Master instantly, without even thinking. This is not the first time she has acted as an interpreter between the ship's various inhabitants. Master Helmsman, deliver your status report. Right you are, Lord Captain. To cut a long story short, the outlook is bleak. The ship's sound, more or less, but without our chief engineer and the navigator who fell in battle, we have no way out of the system. If we try to set so much as a toe inside the warp, I don't know what will happen first, our warp drive being torn to pieces, or all of us melting into the bulkheads. Your Lordship, if you will allow me to interject, when we arrived in the system, my crew followed standard protocols and conducted a count of all the available communication channels in the region. One of them was a Navi Stability station. The station maintains complete Vox silence, but even its presence here inspires hope. To have located a navigator in the very same system is an incredible stroke of luck, a true blessing from the God Emperor. Navi Stability, an ancient organization of noble mutant families whose genes allow them to safely guard warp-capable void ships through the material. This is indeed an amazing luck. They're so rare, the navigators. If I were you, I'd grab this chance with both hands, or else you'll soon be eyeing asteroids to use as your new residence. In slightly less shitty news, we can go round and round this system till our heads are swimming, as long as the Promethium and supplies last. And if any thick-as-gross shit lowlifes come sniffing around, we'll be able to take them out, so don't worry on that score. Okay, that is good to know. Master of Ordnance, do you have anything to report? Ashar Naitalomo. The Master of Ordnance gives you a gloomy look. No, my job's simple. I attend the arsenal and fireware where I am told. But just ask anyone. We've got no able crew, no Lord Captain. Master of Ordnance, you forget yourself. So what? Comes the officer's hostile and bitter reply. It is as if a dam has burst inside, and all his pent-up emotions are rushing out of him. Ships and ruins. Every second officer is dead. And now we've got a green Lord Captain who's supposed to lead us to void knows where. I think this is not supposed to be in italics, and this should just be his regular speech. Silence! The bridge's magnificent glass panes seem to tremble under the force of Abelard's roar. Enforcers, seize this mutineer. Okay, Master of Ordnance, you have failed us. Okay, just sucker punched. Abelard grunts. If only one officer out of the whole lot has fallen to pieces, then that's not bad at all. Your Lordship, I do humbly apologize on behalf of the entire crew. What would you have us do with the Master of Ordnance? The former Master of Ordnance, I should say. Besides find a replacement, that is, for we already have one lined up. Benevolence. Stand down, release him. I have no intention of punishing a man for a moment of weakness, not after the terrible attack we endured. Experienced Master of Ordnance are few and far between, so for that reason, he may remain in post. I leave his punishment at your discretion, Abelard. Sorry guy? Imperialis. Execute him. Abelard nods stiffly. Consider it done. Take him away. You step out of line, and this happens. The brittle laughter of the Master of Ordnance reverberates around the bridge as he is led to his fate. To summarize, We have sustained serious losses in crew members, and we require a new chief engineer and navigator. Is this all that is preventing us from continuing the voyage? Precisely, Lord Captain. But bear in mind that this will not be the end of our trials. This ship is in need of serious repairs, which can only be carried out at Footfall Station, home to the only dockyard in the sector. We will never reach Footfall without first solving these three immediate problems. Okay. Footfall is the massive void port on the edge of the Coronis Expanse, and a notorious hotbed of vice, trade, and rogue trader intrigue. What can you tell me about the system in which we currently find ourselves? I cede to the Vox Master on this point. Mr. Stoliman? We are in the Rykard star system. And our voyage here was undertaken on the orders of your lordship's predecessor. There are 3 inhabited bodies in this system, and our attempts to send Vox messages have produced confounding results. The Navis Nobilita station has not simply failed to answer. It seems to be maintaining the total Vox silence. However, we did receive a distress signal from the present planetoid in the system, and Rykard Minoris itself is also not responding to our hails. But what is most alarming is that our augurs have intercepted signals from the surface that seem to indicate ongoing hostilities on the planet. Augur. Since the technology that allows void ships to scan planets, spot enemies, and obtain various other kinds of crucial data at great distances. The situation is not very encouraging, but without a navigator, a tech priest, and new crew members, we won't be able to travel anywhere. Therefore, we must go to the planet and the Navis Nobilita station and find out what in the void is going on. I love this game because it has a lot of text, but it is also making it a nightmare to let's play. So much reading. My poor throat. Thank you for all your reports. Dismissed. The assembled officers salute you as well. Your Lordship, there is one other thing. A confidential matter of the utmost importance. Lady Theodora. Abilene hesitates. Your eternally esteemed predecessor brought the ship here, to this system, for a reason. She was given a secret commission. You perhaps are wondering who has the authority to commission a rogue trader to do anything. And I shall tell you. The Lord Inquisitor, the hand of the Emperor, the chief architect of his will in the Coronis Expanse. Lord Inquisition, the secret organization tasked with hunting down the myriad threats to the stability of the Imperium and all mankind. Okay. I would be honored to fulfill the Inquisitor's commission. I came across a strange handwritten letter on Theodore's desk. It was signed XC. You're referring to the contents of that note, I presume. Is that so? What is the task with which she was entrusted? What if I choose to simply ignore this so-called commission? I came across a strange handwritten letter. Yes, quite right. XC. Xavier Calcazar. Lady Theodora was to seek out the Lord Inquisitor's right-hand man, one Heinrich von Kelks. An interrogator, you understand. I think he is also a party member. All I know is that he is somewhere in this system, that we must find him and offer him whatever assistance he requires, then deliver him to Footfall in the Furibundus system. Finding him without any more information to go on will be difficult indeed, but an Inquisitor is an important individual. The authorities in the system, either the Navis Nobility or the governor of Rykard Minoris, may know some. That is all of it, your lordship. You have a great deal of work ahead of you, but it is a mere taste of the daily burden of a rogue trader. Soon you must take up the reins of the von Valencia's protectorate. Abilene gives you another scrutinizing look, as if trying to gauge how long you will hold out under this mountain of problems. His face softens slightly, and it seems he is about to offer some words of encouragement. Alas. Idira, Sister Argenta, explain yourselves. The Sister of Battle grimly nods towards Idira. The Psyker is suffering some ailment, or dark madness. She insisted on seeing the rogue trader. I judged that it would be unwise to leave her unsupervised. For a brief moment, Sister Argenta's voice sounded hesitant. I was also hoping to approach you with a personal request, but it can wait. Talk with me when you'll have time, rogue trader. Idira's mutant eyes rove over those assembled. One word burst from her lips. Daybreak. Idira, come to your senses. Damn it! Idira presses her fingers to her temples in desperation. Your Lordship, here's the thing. I was trying to see the immediate future, and it hit me so hard. Head is still spinning. Something very strange is heading our way, and I can't make out what it is, no matter how hard I try. A single word is all I can make out. Daybreak. Maybe it's dawn. And it is ringing and ringing like an echo, like a bell. Well, Zinch is fighting with you. I'm sorry. We cannot extract any information of value from a single word. Can you tell us anything else, Mr. Sloss? No, not yet anyway. The voices are going berserk, all shouting at once. Can't make any sense of it. I can't make sense of any of it. As soon as I know or sense anything, I'll report it. Alright? If there is nothing else of value to report, I declare this briefing concluded. It is time to get to work. Well, we have been promoted. And we now have a very fancy throne. Well, I suppose we are done with Prologue and are entering Act 1. I was considering leaving the Let's Play only at Prologue, but I think I will play at least a bit further, to see more choices, to see more impact of us being Imperialists and so on. So, in this regard, thank you for watching and have a good day. I hope to see you again tomorrow. Goodbye.